Rayquaza and Deoxys, two absolute powerhouses with probably the biggest beef in Pokemon history. Today, we're going to be catching them both in Minecraft Cobblemon and unlocking their full potential. Rayquaza can Mega Evolve into honestly the coolest looking Mega ever, while Deoxys has 4 different forms we have to unlock. Once they're ours, we're building them custom habitats in my Mega project, Pokémon City. So, we're hunting the boy Rayquaza today, as well as Deoxys. Spoiler alert though, I already have Deoxys. I actually think I got him like the first 100 days or something. Yeah, he's right there. So luckily we don't have to hunt him. We do have to get an item to be able to change him through all his different forms, but I looked at the recipe. It's actually not too difficult to obtain. The Pokemon that we do need to worry about though is Rayquaza. Now Rayquaza is ridiculously rare. It's day 401 and I have never ever seen him. But that's because his spawning conditions are genuinely very difficult to satisfy. Rayquaza only spawns above Y150, so he could spawn like right here, for example. He can spawn anywhere in the overworld, which actually kind of sucks because that means there's not like a method to be able to farm him. You just need to like get lucky. But I do have a plan. I want to go up to our mountain base right up here. Again, mountain base. It's just a huge dirt platform. And since we're at Y200, Rayquaza's spawning conditions are fulfilled. It's just his spawning weight is ridiculously low. In fact, let me put it into perspective. So to put it into perspective, I'm 5 times more likely for Palkia or Dialga to spawn up here than Rayquaza. So what I'm going to do is stay up here, farm up a ton of Pokemon, and hey, I mean, hopefully he spawns. Oh my god, you guys, a thought just occurred to me. Wait, let's fly back home like right now. Okay, so I was thinking, obviously we're going to need to wait a ton of time for Rayquaza to spawn, but what if we spend the episode making him a habitat really high in the sky, and then maybe while we're making the habitat, he'll spawn, so we'll be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because my original plan was to catch him, Mega Evolve him, get the item for Deoxys to be able to change his forms, and then build them both habitats. But I mean, bro, I could just build Rayquaza's habitat like right now. The only thing is, again, it would need to be higher than Y250, so let me just sort of see where that would be like in comparison to the rest of Pokemon City. Okay, so this is Y150 compared to the rest of Pokemon City though. You know what? I sort of think it's worth it. I think we should build the habitat, and then while we're building like structures up on the huge like sky island where Rayquaza will eventually live, hopefully he just spawns. It's either build the habitat right now, and then while we're building it, he has a chance of spawning, or just completely abandon building the habitat for right now, and then AFK over at the huge dirt platform, which does have a higher rate of Rayquaza spawning because it's just bigger. I think we should just build it. I think we should build it because it's a much better use of time, especially because it's day 401, bro, and I'm not trying to spend like 50 days AFKing over there doing nothing. We might as well get started building the habitat, and then hopefully he just spawns while we're building it. So let me just build a bigger platform just for now, and then we'll just break the huge dirt pillar because it looks super stupid. Let's also get Deoxys' item to be able to change his forms. Okay, and it's called a meteorite. We're gonna need a smithing table, and we'll have to put a netherite upgrade, meteoroid blocks, and a wither rose. I have all those items, I think. There we go. So now that we have the meteorites, if we right-click Deoxys, oh, what sound is that? That is not pleasing at all. But yeah, we can change him into any of his different forms. Also, we're going to be making a habitat for Deoxys later in the video, but we can now change him into any of his forms. So now that that's done, it's time to get started on Rayquaza's habitat. So I want to build a huge floating island in the sky, obviously. For the blocks that I want to use, we'll use stone, moss, dirt. I think that would all look cool. And we'll also maybe sprinkle in some like amethyst as well, just to make it look more mythical. All right, guys, so the first step to building this is sort of laying out how big we want the platform on the top to be. It doesn't need to be ridiculously big. It's just gonna house Rayquaza's habitat. So what I'm gonna do is bridge out here. Let's destroy all this. All right, there we go. And now we need to build up to the island all the way around and have it come down to this one spot right here and make it look like a proper sky island. It already looks okay, but I kind of want to put moss in here too. Yeah, I think moss would definitely make it look much better. Let me go down into the caves, gather some moss and some more amethyst, and then I'll finish building this thing. Ooh, wait, there's a Wynot here. Actually, don't see this Pokemon often. All right, guys, I'm done building the floating island. I think it looks pretty good. You know, it's definitely not symmetrical whatsoever, but you know what? It's here. We're not gonna complain. I'm not some like mega pro builder anyway. I mean, designing something like this takes away all my brain power for building for the day anyway, so it's more like a blob in the sky than an island. But I've also decided that I won't be AFKing at this island, and we're gonna go back and fly over to the huge dirt platform over there, just because I've sort of come to the conclusion that I'm gonna have to AFK for a while anyway. I might as well AFK at a place with better rates. We're gonna wait and catch Rayquaza over there, and then once we catch him, we'll come back over here, finish his habitat, and then build a like meteorite crash site habitat for Deoxys, probably like right underneath Rayquaza's habitat. For now though, we need to head over to the sky platform and begin our AFKing. You know, most college students Friday afternoon, they're out like partying or something. Me, no, I'm on Cobblemon. I'm on Cobblemon grinding to get Rayquaza. By the way, what I do on this island, why it's like so special, is I can go around killing all these Pokemon, and whenever you kill Pokemon, at least in this like dirt platform, it forces the system to respawn new ones in different rarities. So it's sort of like one of the only ways to really farm Pokemon on Cobblemon, at least as far as I'm aware. Anyway, I'll see you guys in how long it takes for Rayquaza to spawn, and then also if any other cool Pokemon spawn too, I'll showcase them. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. Oh my goodness, there's a Rotom over here. I actually already have a Rotom, or let me correct myself. I have a Rotom in the ancient city. Do I want to catch this dude or take it out for a rare candy? Let's go ahead and catch this dude. Just because Rotom has, oh wait, can he even it's a Riolu. No, get in the boat, man. I gotta catch a Riolu too. Okay, let's put Riolu in the boat. Rotom, don't despawn, I'm begging you. Oh my god, it's Riolu! Shut up. All right, let's catch a Rotom. But as I was saying, Rotom can transform into different appliances. So around like Pokemon City, we can have this dude as like a maintenance man of sorts, I guess. It could be cool. And I killed it. I'm such a loser. Did he drop anything? You know what? At least we have the Riolu. I already have a Rotom anyway, so it's not the end of the world. I'm just devastated, that's all. Uproar is just like a top 10 most annoying move. Dream Ball time. All right, back to farming. You guys, I have just made a shocking discovery. So it's day 433. Yes, I've been waiting for like 30 days. Still no Rayquaza, but I have discovered something. So right now we're at Y200. Rayquaza's rarity is ultra rare, and then his weight in the ultra rare bucket is 1.25. So it's ridiculously small. But I've discovered that if we go up higher into the sky and build a new platform at Y300, the chances of him spawning go up drastically. It's like a huge multiplier. So what we're gonna do is build a platform 100 blocks higher than this one for the sole purpose of getting Rayquaza to spawn. But you know, before we do that, I just want to show you guys all the Pokemon that I've got just waiting for Rayquaza. It's this entire first page right here. So we got 2 Rotoms for the one that I missed, a Celebi, a Gibble, another Roaring Moon, a freaking Arceus, a Garchomp, a Helioptile. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but this dude is actually like ridiculously rare. He's in the rare category, but his weight is also 1, so it's low-key just as rare as Rayquaza. This dude is the same thing, except he's in the uncommon rarity. So yeah, no Rayquaza, but like we've still gotten tons of rare Pokemon. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is go down here and I'm gonna mine up tons more dirt. I did not anticipate this at all when I planned to make this video. Bro, it's bad. Like this is really bad. I can't be AFKing for like 30 days for a legendary to not even spawn. Like, come on. I started recording this video Friday afternoon, I believe, and it's now Tuesday morning. So yeah, and the only thing that's hindering me from, well, continuing is I just can't get Rayquaza. At least there's a weight multiplier and it's not just like completely random. There's something that we can do to increase the chances. We're done building the platform. There's another Roaring Moon up here. We're not gonna get Rayquaza. Like, it's just not gonna happen. You know what? Let's just take it out. I mean, I already have 2. And even in Pokemon City, like, do I really want 3 Roaring Moons roaming around? Probably not. Oh my goodness. Armored Mewtwo's the GOAT. All right, well, time to go back to AFKing. No way! This is a Bagon, dude. Well, we just caught Salamence. Yet, like, this is actually, I'm not too mad, because, like, even though we haven't caught Rayquaza, we've caught so many cool Pokemon that not only are gonna fill out our Pokédex, but they're also gonna inhabit Pokemon City. So, like, I'm not too angry, man. Just, like, please, in the next 5 days, just spawn Rayquaza. Am I ever gonna get Rayquaza, bro? Also, this dude is low-key kind of disgusting, right? Like, this is kind of a creepy Pokemon. Oh, the tail action? Ugh. Okay, let's just catch it. Love the Paradox Pokemon, but some of them just, like, actually kind of freak me out. Like, imagine getting jumped by this thing. It gives off Xurkitree vibes, you know? Oh my god. Oh my god, he's here! How are we gonna go about this? Okay, no! No! Don't you dare! Oh my goodness, dude. Let's go in with Kyurem. Dude, I have a strat. Here's the strat. So, Rayquaza is a ridiculous attacker. So, I brought Black Kyurem to do Noble Roar and lower its attack stats. And then once his attack is like, oh my goodness, Kyurem's getting worked. Okay, we just need to keep lowering it. That's his role in the battle. That's all he has to do. Oh my goodness, yo, he's working us. Once his attack is super low, though, we can safely get Breloom to do Spore, and maybe, like, Iron Valiant to do Hypnosis. So I'm just waiting for the message that's like, oh, his attack can't be lowered anymore. Okay, there we go. There we go. So his attack can't go any lower. I'll do Scary Face as well to lower its speed. We're just making it safer for literally just Breloom because he's a bum and he needs like a safe environment to operate. So we're just gonna harshly lower his speed like one more time. Yeah, that Kyurem's probably done. Yeah. Okay, well he did his role, so we can't even be mad. We'll go in with Iron Valiant first. I just want to test out what a false swipe would do against Rayquaza. Okay, you know what? That actually does, like, a lot of damage. Okay, so we're just gonna do, like a few of those. Does Rayquaza have any, like, self-damaging moves that I should be worried about? Because I don't want to take him too close to 1 HP if he does. Oh my goodness, did I just sell? Dude, I'm actually horrified. Okay, well, we're gonna do a Hypnosis. If this fails, we'll switch into Breloom. Okay, well, all right, Breloom, you're up. Hey, team captain's up. Breloom, just don't sell, man. Oh, yo, he took that low-key. Okay, that's good. So we'll hit him with Spore. Yes, okay, he fell asleep. All right, okay. I don't know. Where should I aim? Like right here? Okay, there we go. Come on, first time. Just make it not painful at all. First time it. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Breloom, I'm actually so sorry for dissing you. You're the GOAT, man. We're done. We're literally done. We're done. Let's just put him in box 7 just for now, and we'll put him in the team when we get back home. Okay. Well, let's fly back home since we're done here. We should probably make a stop at a village too and heal Kyurem. Low-key, you guys, Kyurem was so goated in that battle for lowering the attack stats. Because if we didn't and we just, like, put in Breloom or something, he would have just gotten absolutely destroyed. And that's why I'm happy last episode with the Mewtwo's, like, we spent so much time leveling everybody up so that these legendary fights are like, if we trace like an Ultra Beast or something, they're just much easier. So everybody's nice and healed up. All right, guys, it's the next day. Let's get Rayquaza out of the PC here. So just for now, we'll put Duskmane and Necrozma away. Now, Rayquaza's already level 70, which is decent. Ooh, I want to check. Can I ride him? Oh my god, I can ride him. Oh, but he's so slow. What? Anyway, since he's level 70 though, leveling him up just by fighting unknowns probably isn't the smartest way to go about things. And I actually only have, let me see how much rare candy I have. I only have 21 because obviously our stock from last episode got heavily depleted with the Mewtwo's. But to mega evolve him, I know that Rayquaza mega evolves slightly differently than like a typical Pokemon. Oh, and he's just flying down. Oops. I know that he needs to know the move Dragon Ascent, and I don't, does he already? Oh, he literally already knows it. And so with the move Dragon Ascent, I think if we just right click him with a Mega Bracelet, he should Mega Evolve. Yes. What? Why is he T-posing? Ooh. Yeah, from this angle, it looks really cool, dude. In terms of his stats, though, Rayquaza, he's more or less just like another insane attacker. Which, we already have some really good attackers in Dark Mewtwo who has insane attack stats, and also Armored Mewtwo who has decent attack stats. Rayquaza, like, doesn't really compare to them, so I'm not sure if it's worth taking him to level 100. Is he the type of Pokemon that we put in our team? Is he like the new Zygarde? Or do we just acknowledge that we're never really gonna replace Zygarde and that Armored Mewtwo and Dark Mewtwo are our new, like, boys? And Rayquaza would be more like an art piece for Pokemon City. We're not going to level him up. At least not right now. Maybe towards the end of the episode, what we'll do is we'll go to the end and fight unknowns. But like for now, he literally just doesn't have a purpose for us. He's more so just like an attraction of Pokemon City. Speaking of Pokemon City, we need to finish building this habitat for Rayquaza. So we're literally just going to fill this area up with grass for starters. So let me go to the jungle and get tons of it. Okay, there we go. So Rayquaza, obviously we're not going to give him like a traditional habitat. This is going to be more like a shrine of sorts. Now, right off the bat, I'm thinking we put a mini beacon in the middle right here. Yes, okay, perfect. It's shooting up into the sky. Now, I want to check one thing. If we go down to Pokemon City, are we still going to see the beacon? Yes, we do. That's so huge. That makes it look so much better. The question is, though, do we want the beacon stretching from, like, bedrock going all the way up through the island and into the sky? You know what? I think we're just going to keep it up there because I can imagine that we're going to have more beacons in Pokemon City, and I definitely don't want the light pollution, so I think it's better to just keep it restricted up there. Then I want to bone meal the ground right here and put some like ceremonial flowers. Then I want to surround the beacon with burning netherrack. Are you unbelievable? Why is it running out? Oh wait, it doesn't infinitely burn on Crimson Nylium. I'm such a noob. All right, well, let's turn it into netherrack then in that case. All right, there we go. No, it's burning everything. No, the flowers, no. Well, we need to surround it with something so that it doesn't burn the grass. Now will everything burn? Yeah, I think we're good. Then I want to add lanterns scattered around the shrine, specifically on fence posts as well. I think it'll look really cool. Ooh, this place is really coming together. Then I want to add a few signs like right here, kind of just outlining what this shrine is for. Can we make a cool effect here? Okay, what if we do like dashes? And then on this one, we'll say serpent. Yo, could you, man, I hate signs so much. Oh my God. Ooh, that's tough. What if we add like emerald blocks scattered all over the place too? Yeah, dude, that looks cool. Oh yeah, that looks cool. Is that giving shrine? I really don't know. Is that common if that gives shrine? Maybe we make the beacon going up green rather than white? Yes. Oh my goodness. And then we place the rest of the lime glass around as well. Oh my God, we snapped. We actually snapped. Okay, now we just need a pasture block to place Rayquaza up here. Now, lore-wise, Rayquaza's not always going to be like here. He's supposed to be up in the ozone layer as well. So that's why I didn't give him like a proper habitat. It's more like a shrine. Now, I have one worry. I'm not sure if Rayquaza can burn himself, because if we come back up here after like a few days and he's just dead to the fire, I will cry. I'm not joking. I'm gonna cry. But yeah, dang. He looks really cool up here, dude, in his like shrine. I don't think he'll burn himself. Well, that's the shrine done. Let's see what it looks like from far away if Rayquaza disappears. So I can see him from like, oh no, yeah, it disappears when I get over here. What about inside Pokemon City? I can see him from like over here. Yo, that's actually kind of scary. Like, dude, imagine seeing that. Just being a civilian and seeing that in the sky. Come on. I can see. Whoa. Oh my God. Knew it. I knew this would happen. I knew this would happen. There can't be fire. I'm just happy that we caught it right now. He burned himself. No fire. Nope. No fire ever. Recall. Well, looks like the fire shrine is a no-go. We literally can't put fire or he's gonna just die. Can you see him from down here? You can see him from the majority of Pokemon City. All right, guys, I think we should shift our attention on building Deoxys' habitat. Now, I want to build it directly under Rayquaza's island. Now, it's going to be shaped like a crashed meteor. So what I want to do is excavate like a huge hole right here. In fact, let me sort of like outline what I want it to look like. I feel like that's good enough for a crash site. I don't think it needs to be that much bigger. Maybe we could just expand it a little bit more on this side. Perfect. Yeah, this should definitely be good enough. Now, again, it's going to be a huge crater into the ground, so we're going to have to excavate this area out. But I think before that, let's gather the blocks that I want for the build. The Basalt Delta is definitely going to be our best friend. We can probably get like all of our blocks from it. So let's first head to the Nether and see if we can find a Basalt Delta, and then we'll get a ton of blocks from there. All right, so we're in the Nether. Let's fly to this Basalt Delta over here. All right, here we go. So we'll collect a ton of all these blocks. All right, so we're all done collecting our blocks. Now, doesn't need to go too deep into the ground. It just needs to look like a crater. We don't gotta go down to like Y50 or something. Okay, this should be deep enough. It's only about 5 blocks deep, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. But it should still look like a crater, at least compared to the rest of Pokemon City. So the first thing that I want to do is actually work on the exterior of the crater right here. Obviously we can't have the stone border because it looks ridiculously jarring, but we need to make it look like a crater from the exterior. Let me search up a picture of a crater, bro. Hold on. Damn, it really is just a big hole. I thought there was gonna be like a defining feature or something, but it really is just like a huge descent into a hole. Well, what we could do is at least mine out these walls so that it's clear that the crater's also like eroding these walls over here, because in real life, like you don't just have like a massive hole or something. The walls around it also slowly cave in. Okay, that's a lot better. It's a lot more natural, I feel like. Okay, so let's work on the interior now. So I'm going to use all the blocks that I've gathered here. So I'm going to make this as random and as cratery as possible. Could you not? I hate skeletons with every fiber of my being. I hate. I'm not even joking. I hate them. Okay, I think we're completely done building it. I honestly might have gone a little bit overboard. I think we really nailed the crater feel. It just, maybe it's just too big a crater. I really don't know. I wanted it to be like a landmark of Pokemon City. I didn't really want to do like a half-baked crater, but I think it's good. Like, honestly, I think the block palette is really nice. So I think we should call this complete. At least just the crater itself. Now, first off, let's put Deoxys in here. I did make it so that all our Pokemon are safe in pastures. That way Deoxys won't burn to death with the lava. All right, boom. There we go. Now stay here. No, I'm just joking. He can move around, but you know, I want him to be here for a little bit at least. Okay, so I'm actually not done building the crater, at least not yet. So I want to fence off the area and then have like security sort of patrolling the grounds. And then you might ask, which Pokemon are you going to be using for security? Well, I'm going to be using one of my favorite Pokemon, Golett. Yes. For the whole Pokemon City, actually, Golett and Golurk are going to be the security slash police slash guards, whatever you want to call it. But for the Deoxys crash site specifically, we need to fence this place off, or at least look like it's being fenced off, and then have Goletts and Golurks surrounding the perimeter. Yes, this little guy. But we're not going to be doing that quite yet today. You see, we're actually going to pursue the Golett and Golurk police force when we make this look like a proper Pokemon City, and not a huge desert wasteland with a floating island in the sky. That'll be a specific episode when we focus solely on terraforming and not hunting like a particular legendary Pokemon duo or something. So definitely stay tuned because Pokemon City is just beginning.